Does a good reader need a reading curriculum? I hear this question often in emails, on social media, at conventions, and talking with parents. My student can read Charlotte's Web in first grade. Why do we need a reading curriculum? Well, first let's define what is reading. Is it just decoding the words on a page? It means that the reader understands the author's message from print and responds to the author's message. So much is involved in that statement. This process starts as early as a child saying "mama" and continues through third grade. Early sound activities promote phonemic awareness. Phonics and word work reveal patterns in words. However, simply breaking the phonetic code is no good without the comprehension to give it meaning. Thinking questions builds comprehension. And vocabulary skills gradually improve. Silent reading allows time to apply all these skills to understanding the author's meaning before his oral reading expressively communicates the author's meaning. Phew. These are all the elements of an effective reading curriculum to become a fluent reader, especially in the early stages of learning to read. Because once a student has learned to decode words and starts to understand and respond to print, that's when I really start to hear, do I really need a reading curriculum? So let's talk about how and why we learn to read. Reading is important because it develops the mind. Understanding the written word is one way the mind grows in its ability. And teaching young children to read helps them develop their language skills. It also helps them learn to listen. But to be considered literate in today's society requires the ability to read, comprehend, critically analyze, think, and apply information from a variety of sources. So, a reader must acquire and practice strategies to be a proficient reader. Now, when a student struggles to read well or proficiently, he has trouble learning. It's basic cause and effect. And the majority of students who fail to master silent reading comprehension by third grade often have difficulty catching up. Because by fourth grade, the focus shifts from learn to read to learn. So now that he has learned to read, he uses many reading skills to learn. So our definition of reading changes a bit. The reader still understands and responds to the text, but he also remembers what he read and communicates what he read. So our goal is not just being a proficient reader, but a thinking, discerning proficient reader as he reads to learn. So his critical thinking skills continue to develop on a daily basis. There are so many reading strategies, study skills, and critical thinking skills to learn. And so this is why BJU Press recommends guided reading in the upper elementary grades. Guided reading has the objective of teaching students how to learn from text and how to assume some responsibility for their own learning. Children need guided instruction in applying comprehension skills to build this mastery, to build confidence, and build independence in reading informational text, and to build success. So the guided reading lessons with BJU Press are actually guided thinking skills. And it may feel time-consuming, but the payoff is greater in the long run. Many skills just have to be patiently nurtured until they're mastered. And this is the subject to put your time and your nickels into. So when your student can read and think and understand, all the other content subjects will be less frustrating. So I'd like to encourage you to use our well-designed, effective reading curriculum through the 6th grade to hone these major skills. By the time your child reaches 7th grade, he will have an arsenal of tools to use as he cracks open those thick, heavy subject textbooks. He'll be expected to understand and process new concepts and retain details. Will he be ready? Well, first, focus on helping him learn to read, and then he can focus on reading to learn.